every day, I think. Oh, I will just take a little nap, just a little bit, and then I get to far too cozy, and I never learn. But it's time. Let's do some 999. Gonna finally start working on all the different ranges, and I think similar to what I did when I was playing through, yeah, the Somnium Palace, I'm just gonna like work up the branch that I started on. So I'm gonna probably just be like little short little bits for today, just so I can finish that up and see what the fuck is like going on around that. But let's get it. See what happens.
Ow.
No, I don't think we want this. Hopefully. There we go.
All right, let's
Let's see.
That's the next door. Wait.
I forget, there's like some sort of way you're supposed to be able to just like
Map.
hop through everything. Oh, okay. Thank you, Watermelon. That's good to know. Yeah, I suppose that would make sense. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay, I'd have to go back up to here. Is it specifically like I would have to get certain things in here and here? But hey, Lynn, good to see ya. Though I could go all the way back here. Understandable. It's like that sometimes, unfortunately. But F.
One, two, three, four. All right, 7 pieces.
Let's see. Okay, what is actually...
Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Please.
Can't believe we're voting here.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And I did have all the options written down. Oh, but it actually does tell me which ones I picked before, which is nice. But I know there's one that wouldn't really have worked at all. Believe the only one that I can pick is 6. I mean, there's 3 paths, so there must be some way.
I want to go through door 6.
That's a problem. None of these teams will be able to go through the doors they want.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
That's not enough people to open a numbered door, however.
The digital routes don't match up either.
We've got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6, but our digital route is 5. If we're gonna open that door, we need a 1.
Damn, what are we gonna do now?
What are we going to do?
Who could have seen this coming? All just blind voting for what we want and not worrying about the digital routes. Junpei crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order. The others followed suit, but with little result. We're all just crossing our arms at each other. Just, I'm sure that'll help. Eventually, Clover broke the silence.
Why don't Seven and Lotus go through door 1 with me?
Oh. Her face was cold and flat, as was her voice, but her logic was sound. Seven and Lotus looked at each other. 7 plus 8 plus 4 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. And this does mean we go through... We have a team that goes through door 2. Which changes the ending, obviously. Hey, Gordy. Good to see ya. First problem resolved, Ace spoke up.
What about me?
What about you?
Isn't that obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well.
Yes.
Clover nodded, her face still cold and emotionless. I love that she just like, isn't it obvious? Join their team, idiots. Her attitude and posture could not have been more different than the energetic girl from only a few hours before. No one seemed ready to contradict her. Good. It's chillin'. It's chillin' time. Chillin' while I watch all of these wonderful people die. Her response was understandable given the horrible situation in which she had found herself, but even so...
Huh. I understand. I'll go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door and no one will be left behind. This seems to be the most reasonable solution.
7, Lotus. What do you guys think?
I don't have a problem with it.
Me either.
I mean,
Alright then, we're good to go.
probably don't have a problem with it.
See you later.
Wait, Clover! Don't move on your own!
Opening up my notes here, so I have them for reference. But yeah, we then are just missing... No one is going through door 1. This time.
Oh, I'll be going too then.
Yeah, be careful.
What was that? Yeah. That was it.
We should get going as well.
Although this means... we do have Ace on our team again. No Clover this time, though. Or 7. At last, Junpei and the other 6 had managed to separate themselves into 2 teams. Clover, 7, and Lotus headed to A deck, where door 1 was, near the main staircase. Right, no, we do in fact have... people going for door 1, and then we're doing door... wait. Hold up. Got 6. Hey, coming at the raid. Welcome. Thank you. Let me get a shout out, real fast. Oh shit, Kaiba's at the raid as well. 2 of them. 2 of them. Hello. Hell yeah, Super Animal Royale. Hope you had a good stream. Okay. One team going through door 6, one team going through door 2. Door 1. So, yeah, once again, no one's going through door 2. Right, okay, fine. That's... whatever. That's not gonna bite us in the ass again. 2 Mimir? Hell yeah. That was me before the stream. I was fucking knocked out. It's like that sometimes, so... bitch is sleepy. But now I'm solving mysteries, maybe? Maybe. We'll see if I'm capable right now. Will you swap? Yeah. Can't believe this entire game is just a fancy multi-hull problem. The ride to E-Deck was the silent one.
This is E-Deck.
There should be a door at the end of the hall.
All right, let's go.
Santa's words jolted them to action, and they stepped out of the elevator into a long, straight hallway. This is the first time I've actually gone through any of the rooms with Santa, actually. Night, Kyvies. Thank you for the ride. Thank you for stopping by. Get you some good rest. Before long, they arrived in front of door 6.
Here it is. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Then let's get to it.
One by one, they put their palms over the red. With a soft electronic noise, it authenticated each of them. What could happen? The door opened, and all at once the 4 of them leapt through it.
Hey, I found it. It's right there.
Fortunately, the dead was located easily enough. This one had been placed quite close to the door they had entered through. Night, Kanye. Get you some good rest as well. They gathered around it quickly and hurriedly placed their palms on it for authentication one by one. I'm clearly very ready to do narration right now.
It stopped.
Yes, it stopped.
It stopped! The countdown had ceased, but Junpei's heart was still pounding in his chest like a frantic, thunderous drum. It felt as though it might shake itself up and out of his throat.
Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Here's this conversation again.
You got that right. Once I'm out of this hellhole, I'm taking a nice long vacation.
Good luck with that.
I agree.
With that, the doom and gloom from before was done and the mood turned somewhat lighter.
All right, let's go.
With that attempt at good humor, Junpei took a deep breath and began to walk. We're all trying to seem happy here. He jogged down the stairs at the end of the hallway and found himself staring at a large door.
This door looks heavy.
But it's not locked. I'm opening it.
He took hold of the bar that served as its doorknob and shoved it down. The room beyond stopped him in its... I can talk right now. I don't know. There's something that's just like... you're not allowed to do narration right this moment. Something in my brain. I don't know. The room beyond stopped him in his tracks. It was gargantuan and made entirely of metal. None of the accents of wood or tile he'd seen in the rest of the ship. This room was purely functional, but utterly tremendous.
Whoa, what the hell is this?
Santa got out a few words before awe stole the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer anything more than gasps.
This has to be the biggest room so far. The ceiling is pretty high, too.
Huh. Could be 2 stories, maybe even more.
This space could be utilizing the entire length of the ship.
Well, we're having a fun time, aren't we?
What's that huge Kamaboko-looking building in the middle?
What? June pointed to the massive building in the center.
Kamaboko? Well, I guess that's as good of a description of it as any.
Junpei and the others were standing on the scaffolding that crisscrossed the whole area. The proper term was catwalk, Junpei thought, although that didn't seem particularly important.
I see stairs, so we may as well head over to them.
Yeah, but this section's barely wide enough to fit 1 person.
You're right.
Don't fall! Nearby was a long iron staircase that made its way eventually to the floor beneath them.
Whoa, you can't even tell the shape when you're this close.
Let's check out the other side, too.
They moved around toward the opposite side of the massive building, following the catwalk. They hadn't said much as they walked, but as they approached the building, Ace suddenly spoke up.
This looks to be the steam engine room.
The steam engine room?
The steam engine room.
Yes, that thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler. Do you see the 3 round doors near the bottom? Coal is put into those and burned, which heats the water, producing steam.
Science lessons with Ace.
The same thing that drives a steam engine. This one is simply somewhat larger.
I see.
It doesn't appear to be running right now.
The entire room was silent as the grave.
Alright, let's split up.
Let's split up, gang. Then all of a sudden, Junpei heard a noise behind him. He turned just in time to see June collapse to her knees. Uh-oh.
Hey, what's wrong? Are you alright?
He dashed toward her and wrapped his arm around her shoulders to steady her.
Hey, June.
It was then that he noticed.
Jumpy,
You... Oh, you're really warm. Is your fever coming back?
Uh-oh.
yes, it probably is.
Probably, she says.
I'm fine. Please, don't worry about me.
Also, her
I
fever?
just need to rest. And I'll be fine.
Did we know about this? Her voice was weak and forced and said a great deal more than her words did.
Okay, here, sit down. Careful.
Junpei carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. She let her head fall back against the wall, as if she had no longer had the strength to support it, and drew a ragged breath. Oh, yes, God.
Thank you.
Her eyes were empty, as if she was having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. You're dying, aren't you, buddy? Junpei felt his hand ball itself into a fist and clenched tight, his knuckles whitening. He had to find a way out, and quickly. He turned and looked at Ace and Santa in turn.
Ace, Santa.
Yes.
Right.
They might not have shared the depth of his emotion, but they certainly shared his concern.
Let's get started.
Okay, so it definitely is something he knows about from when they went to elementary school. But fever? Or no? Okay, he's like concerned because he cares about her specifically because of that, but I just wonder if it's like just like a weird way of wording, like what's the word? Oh my god, I'm completely forgetting. But yeah. Oh, Steam Delay. Stream Delay. Stream Delay is #1 killer of jokes in chat.
Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon.
She managed a small nod before leaning back to rest her head on the wall. Could be a result of this room. Maybe the depth we're at right now. This room should be fun to explore. It's a square hole. Nothing in here. Ah, look at the back wall there. I can see 3 small slots. Terminals for some sort of connector, perhaps. You mean do you think we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Look at that button. It's glowing orange, right? That's gotta mean something. I guess pressing it is the best way to find out if it does anything, Santa. Nothing. Yeah, you're exactly that kind of guy, aren't you? I'd say this is probably here to move coal from place to place. It probably comes from over there. Then the belt carries it down the tunnel and out here. So, if the conveyor belt was moving... Yes, the coal would almost certainly come out here. The more you know. Is that something up there? No, apparently not. So, this is where you would put coal into the furnace. That's right. I had a look at it earlier, but it's rusted shut, I'm afraid. I think we could fix that. Perhaps you should check the other side. This is the huge oven for this boiler. There are 3 open areas in it for it. Nope, got it right the first time. I don't know. My brain's going. Places, apparently. Each of the open areas has a gear in it. A huge bronze gear. This has to be important. This gear is rusty, but it looks like it's still pretty sturdy. There's a small door inside of this tunnel. It's welded shut and won't open. Welded shut? Interesting. There's a pair of wooden boxes here. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. Harfoozle, yeah. That's a first! That's a first! There's nothing in them. But I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. Come to think of it, yeah. That's not a gear, that's a wheel. This is a gear, though. Just boxes. Look, Ace. It's some kind of snowman secret meeting. Those are just bags full of sand. You use them as counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. Man, you're too serious. You're just kind of a idiot. It's a silver gear. Do you think it's made of pure silver? No way. Silver's way too soft to use for a gear. It's gotta be steel or iron gear that's been coated with silver. Ugh. Shouldn't have called it a silver gear then.
I'm a gnome, and you've been...
Thank you for the gnome. Oh wait, no, mix it up isn't refresh. It's not showing up. This is so sad. Well, let me bring up gnome again then. Hold on. Can't have that.
I'm a gnome, and you've been...
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Shouldn't have gotten your hopes up. Were you thinking you'd haul this thing back? No, there he is. Nah, but I think... I also ate Aileron Flux. Nah, but I think 7 could probably carry it, don't you?
Oddball.
Oddball. So true. The conveyor belt runs into a sort of arched tunnel. Arched? There's a pulley there. Is that, like, significant? No, apparently not. Can't even select it. No, what's this? What is this? Given its placement, this must unlock the door to the left. There's a weird indentation on the top of this thing. You think that means you have to insert something here? Yes, I would imagine so. There's a thick iron door blocking our way. You think this is... Yes. It looks like the exit. Looks like this door slides up into the ceiling. I mean, I think we could force it, realistically. There are a number of wooden boxes piled up at the bottom of the stairs. They're all empty. Oh man, Junpei. I can't believe I missed something so important. What's so important? Look at those stairs. Look at them carefully. That gap. That height. That angle. It's perfect. Perfect. Perfect for what? Whatever, just bring Clover here right now. Tell her she needs to walk up and down these stairs. Huh? Clover's not here. What the hell is he talking about? Alright. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that, Santa. The catwalk on the upper floor. There's a staircase that reaches out from the catwalk to the boiler. Is that it for... Oh, right, I can go down to here. Although... Oh, no, yeah, that's just where I've been. Foreshadowing through horny. A golden gear. It doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well then, I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. They just changed the texture, it's easy. It looks like there's a door over there in this tunnel. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which is then picked up and thrown into this door. The door appears to be welded shut, however. That's smart. How are you gonna get the coal in there then? Idiots? Okay. I think we've seen what we're gonna see down here. See, let's head up the... Navigating this area is... kind of awful. There's a bunch of wooden boxes over here by the wall. I already looked through those. There's nothing there. Now what's this? This looks like a puzzle. The 3 sliders on the left are down, but this one is up. There are a number of lines engraved in these. I suspect we were meant to do something rather specific with them. Junpei, why don't you move that slider down? Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose. Nothing. Nothing happened. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow. You're saying if we did something somewhere else, it would respond somehow? Yes, I suppose that's one way of putting it. You idiot, you clown. I mean, I suppose I should also check this. These 2 columns are different from the others. The lights are red. I haven't described them as orange, but sure. A. One of the doors on the furnace. There's an A on it. There's a circular wheel in the center of the door. Alright, let's give that sucker a twist. Let's give that sucker a twist. Well, it's noisy, but it opens. It's totally pitch black in there. There's a bit of light. We should, go in here. Go there. Go in the darkness. Alright. Let's go. This looks like the door we just went into. Where are we? Go in the dark. It actually happened. They predicted that. We must be on the other side, yes? Which would put us directly above the conveyor belts. At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate. I'm sure it's fine that June isn't here with us. Ooh. See? There are a whole bunch of boxes in my way. Just knock them down. I can't get through. The catwalk. I can see some scaffolding on the wall over there. There's a wooden box hanging beneath the catwalk. Knock it down. There's a wooden box hanging on the end of the rope hanging from the winch. It looks like there's something in the box. Ooh. It looks like a hand-operating winch. But it doesn't look like there's any way to operate it. That means the wheel isn't attached. We gotta find a wheel. This damn pile of boxes is blocking my way. Go here. The furnace for the enormous boiler. It says C on this door. We can't just clamber on top of here. It should be safe. One of the great metal ribs of the ship. I think June's resting right underneath it. Useful knowledge. Oh, there's B. Well, anyway, that looks like that's the pipe. Looks like the bottom connects to the conveyor belt housing. The coal must come out of this pipe onto the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. Your logic is sound. There are a number of boxes on the catwalk. I don't think we can go over there. So unimaginative. The catwalk. It's the cat. It's the catwalk, meow. I was hoping you'd say something like that, buddy. You want me to push you off her, Junpei? No way, meow. You jackass. Don't know what he's talking about, yeah? The stairs should, back down should be on the other side of these boxes. You have an excellent memory. I personally do not. Use that to draw a map inside your head. That way, you won't get lost. Oh. Another winch or the same one? This winch looks like the other one we saw earlier. Although this one has a wheel on it. Alright, let's give this wheel a spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Gah! Yet. Wheel! Good job, genius. You broke it. I didn't break it. It broke all by itself. That's what they all say. Just gotta take responsibility here, Junpei. Alright. Oh yeah. I've got the wheel I pulled off the other winch, don't I? Let's see if it fits. Sweet, it's a perfect fit. Like they were made for each other. Not shaky at all. Good, I should be able to turn this now. Good work, Junpei. We should be able to haul up the wooden box now. You see, the wooden box, it's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? Looks like there's some sort of device in the box. I'm not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. I'm counting on you. Did you need to spell it out that much? Alright, I'll turn the wheel. Huh? What's this? What happened? This wheel only turns to the left. It only turns to the left. That means we can't reel up that rope. Yeah. We can only let the rope down. Interesting. I don't think that will be a problem. We will simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down. I will be counting on you, Junpei. Sure thing, no sweat.
I believe the box has reached the floor.
Yeah.
He stuck his head out over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had only recently hung just below the catwalk now sat on the floor. It had come to rest near the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor belt.
June's down over by there.
Junpei could see her, still leaning against the wall as if she had barely the strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was not difficult to see that she had not improved. He almost thought she could see the heat rising from her body.
She doesn't seem to be improving.
Ace's expression was inscrutable, but he'd said what they'd all been thinking.
Well, of course not. She's not gonna just get better right away, you know? It'll take time.
Excuses there. Excuses. You know, you know, she is like one step away from the anime coughing up blood. He tried desperately to convince himself that what he'd said was
What
true.
could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps?
Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion.
Santa's response was confident and certain.
She gets dropped into some weird-ass ship, forced to play some messed-up game. If you think about it, it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know?
So you're saying we're abnormal?
I think you are abnormal.
Yeah. We're just running around this room, solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual. How the hell could you call that normal? We're just guinea pigs.
Santa snorted in
A
disgust.
guinea pig? You mean like a lab rat?
Yeah, that is like another word for the same concept, Junpei.
You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment?
The way he just gives first a synonym, second a definition.
Is that what you're saying?
Dunno,
Incredible.
but it does seem like a possibility, you know?
They stood there for a few more minutes, no one speaking until Santa turned and walked away from the winch. Junpei and Ace followed him. Sorry, few more minutes? Y'all, you're on a time crunch. Down we go. Okay, where did it actually go, though? I don't have the same... Oop. Control panel for something. Wow, I wonder where this plugs in. Some kind of machine. Maybe a control panel? Maybe this hole is where the control panel goes. Well, there's only one way to find out. In you go. Dude, you did it. Everything looks alright. Okay, but what do we do now? Why don't you press the button next to it? The orange one? Yes. Alright, I'll do that. Pushing. Sweet, all sorts of lights are lighting up on this thing. And oh, yes, I think I just heard something turn on. Oh? What's that? What happened? Junpei, look. The conveyor belt's moving. The conveyor belt? Well, I guess it's done moving now. There's still a bunch of coal in the belt, though. It looks like a bunch of it got dumped off the end of the belt into that wooden box where we found the control panel. Coal. Coal, huh? Box filled with the coal! A wooden box full of coal. Guess there's really only one thing we can do with this stuff. It's coal. It's shiny and black and coal-like. It's a door... I think one of these. Somewhere in here... Somewhere in here is somewhere we can drop off coal. Let's see if I can remember where. How did I get to this side? Cause, fuck if I remember. Navigating this area is, bit of a nightmare. It's like, some of the ones that should just turn you to the side send you back a good bit, and it's like, what? Why? Yeah. Oh no, this is apparently, I'm apparently looking down that hallway now.
Good meal.
Thank you, Lynn, for the Parfield. What? I turned to the side, and that... I'm sorry, because, okay, there's the stairs here, and there's... whatever this thing is. Is that the little tunnel? Looks like it. So if I... here's what we're looking for, probably? Man, this thing is huge. I guess this ship this big needs something like that to power it. True, but I doubt a single boiler of this size could actually move a ship like this at any reasonable speed. You need at least 3, no, 4 of these. Huh, I guess you know a lot about boats, huh? Well, not really, it's just common sense, you know? The conveyor belt... yeah, that's about how I feel right now. The conveyor belt comes out of a sort of arch-shaped tunnel. Stairs stretch from the catwalk to the boiler. There's a hole that allows us to put coal into the furnace. Maybe if we can get some coal in there and set it on fire. Okay, let's do it. Alright, that's the last of it. No coal left in the wooden box. And nothing. Great. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Why would just throwing coal into a cold furnace do anything? Ah, well, a man can dream. Junpei, explain it to me again. You're planning to soak the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored up in there and make steam, which will then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam to power the turbine. And drive the steam engine, right? Yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. Well, in that case, this isn't enough coal. This furnace is enormous. So we're gonna need a whole hell of a lot more coal than this. Very well then, if the 3 of us work together, then we should manage to fill it much faster. I want to help too. Man, I totally didn't even see her walked up. Are you feeling up to that? Yes. Yeah, right. You look like you're one stiff raise away from falling over, June. I think you'd better rest some more, alright? But no arguing. You need your rest. So you just stay there. We'll handle this. Okay. I understand. Alright. It's time for some manly work. Yeah, I can't deny that I can't do this. Let's get this coal into those furnaces. We sure are shoveling coal. Man, this is a lot of work. Alright, I think this should be sufficient. Alright, now we just gotta light it. Junpei, hand me your matches. What makes you think I have matches? I see. Then how are we gonna light it? Perhaps there's a device nearby that will allow us to remotely ignite the coal. Let's take a look, shall we? Some sort of ignition device, huh? Surely. A huge golden gear. Maybe? Nope. I mean, I imagine it isn't just like you turn the gears by hand. That'd be funny though, because there are 3 of them. They play Among Us inside. Yeah. I want to see it. A winch, rope, and hook. There's nothing hanging off of it anymore. Maybe it's like upstairs? Oh, you know what? Is this I think it might be. It probably is. Also, it's lit up now. I think this is how we might ignite the furnace. That means if we move that thing down. Alright, let's do it. Here we go. Hey Junpei, Ace, look at this. There's big gears turning under the boiler here. Hey, ooh. The gears. They're spinning. What the hell are you guys waiting for? Let's start looking. Disc. I feel like I've seen something like that before. Disc. The silver disc. There's a bunch of lines on it. But the red ones really stand out, right? The red ones, huh? The bronze disc. It has a bunch of lines on it in 3 different colors, red, blue, and black. Silver disc. So true. Wow, I wonder who's gonna narrate about this one. The gold disc. It has a number of lines engraved on it. I can make out 3 colors here. Red, blue, and black. I wonder what they mean. Thank you, Ace. Where was the actual thing, though? Was it upstairs? Like, I remember seeing it, but actually, the specific location of the 3 overlap. Oh, the door. Right? It was the door leading out? Can I not go over there anymore? Okay. Oh, no, I have to go through here. Hey, Junpei, what are you doing? It's harder than hell in there. Oh, you know. I didn't really fully process that that's the door to the furnace, and therefore, it's harder than hell in there. Did you already forget that we lit the furnace? Yep. Ah, yes, you're right. Can I go down there? I don't think I can. Nothing else we need to do. Where's the fucking... Whoa. I'm just a fool, I think. Oh, right. It's up here. Just a different staircase. Looks like this thing unlocks the door. There's a depression here that looks like the outline of 3 circles laid on top of each other in a triangle. Maybe we put those 3 discs we found into this thing. 3 discs we found. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's stick them in. Huh? That's odd. Nothing's happening. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong places? Perhaps you have them facing the wrong directions. Oh, we need to make a shape. Perhaps you should rotate the discs to make some of the lines connect to one another. Well, no harm in trying. Okay. Nope. Let's see. So we want... Let's swap this one. No. I'm just going off of, like, he had said that the red line seemed the most noticeable. But it doesn't feel like they can match up. 'Cause, yeah, like, we need, like, even on each side. And this one... Like, this one up here just doesn't have to... Oh, wait. Because... Right up... Okay, we need most of this one to be covered up because it's, like, so far to the middle-ish. There we go! We're gonna summon something. The red lines on these discs. I think maybe I can make a star polygon with these. Yep. A star polygon. I found it! I found the Satan summoning circle.
Yes! The door's open!
Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share in his excitement.
All right, Junpei. Why don't you go get June now? Santa and I will keep an eye on the store.
Santa snorted.
Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle now. We could just open it again.
Well, I suppose that's true.
He's trying to set Junpei up.
Shall all three of us go and collect June then?
Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it.
He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs petulantly.
So are you only interested in being contrary?
Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering parent.
Alright, I'll go get June. I'll be right back.
He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. That's not dashing, that's pretty slow actually. Before long, he was back on the first floor, next to the conveyor belt and June.
Oh, Jumpy!
As he drew closer, she stood up slowly.
Are you okay?
He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there's no hiding the genuine concern in his voice.
Yes, I'm fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry.
June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or still feverish.
Let me check.
Just to make sure, he reached out and put his hand against her forehead.
Good. You're feeling a lot better.
She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but she still wasn't down to what seemed normal to him.
Are you sure you're alright?
He had to be sure. June gave him a look.
Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy.
Such a warrior, Jumpy.
Oops, I mean, warrior.
June giggled. He wasn't sure if she'd just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. If she was well enough to smile and laugh, then she really was feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke on the forehead.
Alright, let's go.
Go where?
In the dark, clearly.
Oh, right. I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so...
Great! Let's go!
June clasped her hands and nodded urgently. Yeah, you didn't get to help at the puzzle at all. They headed back to the exit, but on their way, they found...
Oh, it's...
Santa?
Santa was sitting on the stairs. He was, however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and finally stopped in front of him.
What are you looking at?
Santa answered without looking up, his voice quiet.
It's a photo. It's my sister.
Oh.
Sister? Santa, you've got a sister?
Santa simply nodded. Weren't you talking about not giving away anything to Zero?
Yeah. Kid was cute as a button.
Was. June cocked her head, confused.
She was only about an inch tall then?
Amazing, June. Santa glared at her.
Oh, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like a half inch.
Santa didn't smile or laugh.
Sorry.
Why are you looking at it?
He simply turned back to his picture and spoke.
I was her Santa Claus.
Aww.
Wait, what?
This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either. I think you can put 2 and 2 together here, buddy.
Have you ever heard the story of the two Santa Clauses? It goes that a long time ago, there were two Santas. One of them wore white, and the other one wore black.
Okay, I haven't heard this though.
The white Santa gave presents to good kids, and the black Santa played tricks on bad kids. It went on like that for a while, but eventually the black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon, the white Santa couldn't stand it anymore, and he stabbed the black Santa to death.
Oh, that's fun.
When he stabbed the other Santa, the white Santa got blood all over his clothes. And that's why, these days, his clothes are red.
That's
You
dramatic.
could say that red is all that's left of the black Santa.
Hello, Jesus Christ. Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. Yeah, me neither. June was staring at Santa, sadness plain on her face. Sad about that. He continued.
I wonder which Santa I am.
That's so edgy. That is so edgy.
The white Santa or the black Santa?
This is so edgy.
Oh. Hmm.
All right, let's go.
Am I the dead evil Santa? Or am I the Santa covered in blood? Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time.
Huh?
Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say.
Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on!
Santa's voice echoed across the room far from above them.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. He was leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired. That's concerning.
Oh, you're finally back.
The door had shut, but it wasn't cause for concern.
Sorry we took so long.
Junpei quickly solved the puzzle a second time, and the door opened once again.
Let's go.
In single file, they walked through. Oh no, Ace! He's sitting forward. After walking for nearly 15 feet, they found themselves in front of a metal door. It opened easily enough, and they passed through it as well. Another puzzle room! A new room stretched out before them.
Huh. Is this a warehouse?
No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of this vessel's freight.
Could be useful.
There are wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are.
Junpei, Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take in their new surroundings. What's Santa doing? Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance.
Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit, right? Let's get going.
More puzzles! Let's go! Alright, what is all this stuff, huh? There are a bunch of bags here. Wonder what's in them. Oh! Cool. A card with a nice ninth man's face printed on it. What's that? It's a card. It has a headshot on it. A headshot? Yeah, I'm not really sure what purpose this could possibly serve. How about this one? Santa! A card with Santa's face printed on it. 10 collectible cards. Can't take the rope. These crates are quite large. They seem to be tied to one another with sturdy straps. A box. There's something inside. There are 3 crates here, stacked up like stairs. If we climb up there, I think we can get over the fence. Junpei, think you could take a look at that? Sorry, but no thanks. Oh yeah. That sounds familiar, Watermelon. Why? I've got a bad feeling about it. Pussy. Okay, fine. I'll go. Please be careful, Santa. Yeah, but just in case. Wait, what's he gonna do with that screw? What's he gonna do with that screw? I don't see what throwing a screw at a fence is. Holy shit! This... Oh man. There's electricity running through that fence. Looks like it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to outright just call you a pussy. Then we can't get to the other side, unless you jump it. Well, we could jump off those crates, but we wouldn't be able to get back. There's a tall fence surrounding part of the cargo room. Apparently there's a high voltage current running through the fence. Can't pick up the small box over there, apparently. We searched all the boxes. There's nothing in them. Deal or no deal. It's locked. We need the key. All the boxes have numbers on them. Do they... Oh? Ace bent down and picked up something that had been sitting next to the box. Junpei, take a look at this. Cards. Lotus! There's some numbered boxes and cards with pictures of all of us. Does that mean we need to collect the cards we don't have? I was assuming we just try the ones we do have already. 7. Oop. There's you, buddy! And June. What do you think about this? Not cool, man. You took this picture without my permission. It looks pretty cool, though. You look really handsome in this picture. Hey, knock it off, lovebirds. What? We're not a couple. Not at all. Not in any way. Yeah, how's that harsh denial feel, Junpei? Not in any way. There's some sort of liquid in these barrels. I'm not sure what it is, however. Unidentified liquid. Oh, stairs. Yeah, just a beer barrel. These stairs, they go up 3 stories. What are you waiting for, Junpei? Whatever, I'm going. This is the only door here, except for the one we just came through. Then this is the exit. No shit, Sherlock. Of course it's locked. Is it an electronic lock? No, just a keyhole right under the doorknob. So, to open this door, we need to find the key that fits in that keyhole. Yeah. There's a metal panel over the... There's a metal panel over the outside of the window. Nailed it. The monitor's off. I've got a green switch here, and a red one, and some kind of lever. None of them seem to do anything, though. Maybe the power's off? Yeah, maybe. There's a single green light on the bottom, though. That means... 9. There are several lights here, with numbers from 1 to 9. Only the light with the 9 on it is lit. This thing's already dead, right? At this point, I'm pretty sure. Unless... They did say they couldn't actually tell it was him. Wow, there's 6 holes here. They look like jacks for a headphone cable. Jacks, huh? Maybe if we put something in them. Yeah, something might happen. This looks like he's conveying or covering something. It looks like some kind of a little shutter. Maybe it'll open if we do something. What's gonna come out of it if it does open? Yeah, like I'd know that. Some kind of control panel. Looks like it's not powered right now. There's a green light on the bottom, though. A handrail surrounds the platform with a control panel on it. I can see the machine. The machine! The spinning light on top of its head looks kind of cute. I'm sorry? There are 4 crates lined up at equal intervals. A heavy-looking metal box. There are a whole bunch of identical crates in a pile here. There's something that looks like a coffin sitting on top of the pile of crates. Sure, a coffin. Why not? Is that? That's 8. Who are we missing? Ace, it looks like. Yeah, because we got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There he is! Although I wonder what they think of their own headshots. It's Ace's card. You look like some kind of European lord. Oh, my headshot. You want to see it? It's actually a pretty good picture. No, I don't need to see it. In fact, we really ought to get back to our search. It's literally, you can just show you, it takes like a second. Man, the guy on this card is one good-looking son of a bitch. Way more class than that other chump. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Huh? What's your problem? Didn't say I meant you, did I? Shit. This must be... Oh no. Don't look at it! I'm not cute at all and I'm not photogenic. I don't look sexy either. Next to Clover, my skin looks gross. And I'm not sexy like Lotus. I know guys go for women who look like Lotus. But, I'm trying to. I'm doing the best I can. So please don't call me a board or a trash can or a cutting board. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't said anything like that. Have I? Alright. Okay, apparently items can extend over that part of the screen. We got a lot of them right now.
Now we finally have all 9 picture cards. We just need to insert these cards into the slots at the front of each box.
Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. He peered over his shoulder at them.
You know which card goes in which box, yes?
Yeah, totally. Junpei gave him a look.
Yeah, of course I do. It's really obvious. You just match our numbers to the numbers, then you pop the corresponding card in the right box. So for instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1. The card with the picture of Snake on it goes into box 2, and so on.
Oh, I see.
Is this a surprise to you?
Huh? What is it?
Or is there a puzzle here, actually? Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened.
I'll leave the rest to you.
What?
Wait!
He quickly turned and walked away.
What's wrong with him? Oh well, whatever.
Doing his best to clear his mind from the task at hand, he turned back toward the boxes. Did he forget the numbers?
Time to solve the 9 boxes puzzle.
Puzzle. 9 cards and pictures and 9 boxes. 9 cards, 9 pictures, 9 boxes. Junpei stared at them for a moment and then began.
Ace's card is in box 1, Snake's is in number 2. I just need to do the same for the rest. And finally, the 9th man's card into box 9.
Just that easy. All 9 box lids popped open at once.
Yeah! Oh, they opened!
He's so happy about that. He peered inside.
What the?
In each box was a single pin.
9 pins?
Tell me know what to do with that. They looked a little like sewing pins, but much thicker.
I guess I'll take them with me.
Junpei collected them all quickly and shoved them into his pocket. Why'd you glue them together? These look like the kind of pins you'd use for sewing. There are 9 of them in total, and they have numbers on them that run from 1 to 9. 9 people, 9 pins, 9 doors. 9 cards, 9 pictures, 9 slots. Yeah, they really don't look like sewing needles. Oh no, Junpei. You know. Just 9 of them. There are 6 holes here. Do we need to add up to a digital root of 9? And it looks like the pins I just found would be a perfect fit for them. The ones you found in the 9 boxes, right? Pin slots. Well, why don't you try it? Alright, let's see what happens. I think 2, 4, and 6 should go here in the top part, and 3, 5, and 7 on the bottom part. Six, 12, 3, or 12, 15, 27, 9. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, some of them lit up. Do we need to make 9 twice? Yeah, 3 and 6. I wonder if there's some kind of rule that determines which lights go on. Well, I put the 2, 4, and 6 pins on the top part and 3, 5, and 7 pins on the bottom. You think maybe it's the digital root? The digital root. 2 plus 4 plus 6 equals 12. The digital root of 12 is 3. Therefore, light 3 turns on. 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 15. The digital root of 15 is 6. Therefore, light 6 turns on. Makes sense, right? I see. The lights that match the digital root of the pins inserted on the top and lower parts will light up. So that's how it works. Or maybe we just need to match them regardless. Well, there's one other thing I'd like to check. Well, oh, 9 is still lit up. Well, if he wants to try, he's certainly welcome to. So, he'd put the 1, 2, and 3 pins on the top and the 6, 7, and 8 pins on the bottom. 6 and 9. Wait, nope. Because it'd be. Let me see if I can use my brain a bit. 21, 3. Yeah, okay, 3 for both. Or 6 and 3, rather. Oh, he's trying to make like a bigger number on top and then a lower number on bottom. Yeah. Oh. They turned off. Oh, it cancels out. Okay. I mean, yeah, the total will be 9, but in terms of like the individual rows. 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21. The digital root of 21 is 3. Therefore, light 3 turns off. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. The digital root of 6 is 6. Therefore, light 6 turns off. Oh, I get it now. Fair enough. I feel that. If the digital root for the pins you insert is the same as the number on the lights that are lit, those lights turn off. Okay, we need to turn off all the lights. Yeah, looks like that's the trick. Alright, now we know how it works. You want to give it a try? Wait, you mean you know what we're supposed to do with these lights? Well, no, but I figure we could try and see if we can turn them all on, you know? Or else of that. I figure something's got to happen if we can manage that. Turn on the lights, huh? Okay, Junpei. Let's make sure we know how this works, alright? Pick one of the 6 holes. Then pick one of the pins in your hand and insert it into the hole. Keep it up until all 6 of the holes are filled. Let me try and read that again. Keep it up until all 6 of the holes are filled. God, I can't keep doing this. Once all the holes are filled, the lights with the numbers that correspond to the digital roots of the pins in the upper and lower parts will turn on. That wasn't what I had in mind, but I suppose it is. It's effectively what I'm doing. However, if a digital root corresponds to a light that is already on, the light will be turned off. Goal is to turn all the lights on. Alright, let's do it. I'm just being incredibly immature is what I'm doing. Okay. Let's make a digital root of 8. One. 2. 5. And then 7, which would be... probably be easier just to make 16. So... let's do 6, 7, 3. Easy. Someone is playing with a bag nearby. One of the cats. Well, that's allowed. Oh, you know what? It'd probably be a better idea to make like a low and a high number with each one. Well. Okay, so making a 1, I'd want to make just a 10. So 8 or 7, 2, and 1. Hey, Cossack. And thank you for the host. Good to see ya. It's probably fine. Hell yeah. And 6, which would be... probably just want to make a 15. So... in order to make a 15, I'd want to do... can I make a 15 with these? Because 8 plus... 8 plus 5 plus 3? Wait. 4 plus 3, I think. Right? Yes. Just chilling without even knowing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm genius. I know these things. Okay, so 11 I would want to do by 8, 2, 1? Yeah. Parfait brain! My math. Very good at it. And then 5 would be best done with a 6 or a 16. Other way around. 14. I went one above instead of one lower. Because I'm very smart. 14, which would be... in order to make 14. 7 with that. 7 plus 5, 12. Nope. 7 plus 4 plus 3. Yeah. Oh my god, I don't know how I didn't like immediately register that I could combine 7 and 3, and that'd be the easiest way. Oh, actually, this does work out that I ended up, like, doing this way, I think, because I should be able to make these two. I sort of might need to redo it. But good, we're fine. The 3 is obviously I'd want to make it 12. Easiest way to do a 12 would be, let's see, 273. It'd probably be a good idea to figure out both of them before I start putting them in, but, you know, whatever. Although I wonder, oh yeah, I can just actually take them right back out. Okay. Then the 4. It's obviously 13 for that. That's could be done through 841? Yeah. I'm good at math. I got an F! Man. I thought I did pretty good. All the lights are on and the shutters opened up. Hey, does that mean... Yeah, we gotta do it again. Oh, thank you. I didn't realize that. I didn't make that connection. Man, I thought I was doing so well. Although, because it's... Yeah. Because it's you go through the first 9 digits and then it's like A is 10. Wouldn't it be 60? Oh, an Omega reference. Well, you you made the line up right in my brain anyway, so that's what's most important here. Okay, so we got 9 holes. Yeah, it's 15. Would it be? Yeah, no, 15. It's 6th letter, but you end numbers at 9 and start letters at 10. So, yeah. And there's an F above them. I don't know what the F means, but I do know one thing. What's that? This time, there are 9 holes. So we need to enter 9 pins. Man, that's boring. Well, why don't you just try it, alright? Right, yeah. The more you know. Before we do this, I am actually curious what that would add up to, because I think we've figured this out before, but I forget. So, what's 9 factorial? I'm just gonna write that out. This'll just be easier for my brain. Oh, my pencil is fucked up. Oh, factorial. I'm thinking of something different. That's multiplication. This is literally just adding them. I know my math concepts. I think there was like a specific name for triangle number, thank you. Yeah, I was getting those two mixed up. They're similar, but... It is addition in this case, since we're adding together all the numbers and then adding their digits together. Right, and there's a trick where you can add numbers on either end of the line as you're putting them together to make the like larger number, like the a plus 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus so on and so on. So in effect, it's 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. So 45, yeah. Which is, that actually works out to 9. Right. Yeah, I think I did figure this out earlier that you do get. Yeah. You get 9 as the digital route. But sure thing, Santa. Let's try it out. What if I did like this? Would it make you mad? Would you hate me for this? Yeah, I mean, listen. Now that you say it like that, in retrospect, that's very obvious. You think maybe this F means 15? 15? Yeah, 15 in base 10 is F and hex, right? Sure is. Yeah, it's still obvious. I don't know. Listen, hold on. If I'd use my brain for a little bit instead of just like adding things. Maybe. You're right. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Alright, let's give this one more shot. Do I just need to make 15 3 times? Although the fact that it's like got these lines going in between each of them makes us feel like Sudoku where they each like every single. Although Sudoku doesn't do diagonals, but you know what I mean. So 15 then. Let's start with the biggest numbers we got. 9 plus 3 plus 4 should do it, right? Wait. I'm fucking. Nope. I'm always correct. I'm always right. I'm genius. In fact, no. Clearly, I know what I'm doing. Because that is not at all it. You can really tell. 9 plus 4 plus 2 does it do it? No, so. Is that the best way to do it? Yeah, I think so. It's hard thinking about numbers for too long. Next one to make another 15 is 8, 6, and 1. Dear God, I hope it isn't actually what I was thinking earlier, where you have to actually make it all line up perfectly every single direction. Cause that'd be, bad. Hate that. Although I feel like it wouldn't be as hard to figure out as it seems like it is. Cause like, I mean, looking at this, 951, 762, 834. It's also true. Yeah, that makes sense. Technically, this still works. I mean, clearly it like doesn't, but like, in terms of, let's see. Yeah, if I swap the 8 and 1. Listen, I'm just, it didn't work, but I'm just talking about the individual little sums here. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's 15. 9, 1, and 3 obviously isn't it. I think I probably can't make it work with this arrangement. Yeah, no, I am actively trying to make each column in row 15. So, the 4, 6, and 3. Currently, the 4, 6, and 7 would be totally obviously 17. So if there's anything I can do to take away 2 from that. Yeah, they also throw diagonals, but I don't want to think about that right now. That's a lot. That's a lot to worry about. Listen, I can do this at my own pace. Okay. Let's try the 9, 5, and 1. I got like a little idea. I feel like having these on the diagonals. Because I'll try doing like diagonals first. Because that would then give me... And I can't be on the same row. That's a good point. Yeah. So, like... Each row has to have, like... essentially, like, a large, medium, and small number. In, like, most cases, I think. I think one of them's gonna be more, like, concentrated in the middle. But, like... just logically... I feel like... Ooh, I have to figure out the center one first. 5, like, inherently seems correct. And also, actually, hold up. If I do... like this... 9 is the one that's gonna be the most, like... problematic to, like, put anywhere, because it's big. And then meanwhile, 1 can't really add enough to most totals. So having those on, like... no solutions, though. Oh, but, like, just in general. Yeah, fair. The, yeah, just having them on spots where they're not... they're in as few, rows as possible would be good. But yeah, 4 and 2 is the other combination you can use with the 9 to get 15. Yeah, there's nothing else because it's using the lowest number. Four, 5. Okay, so that one has to be a 6 right here. I might end up having to swap these, we'll see. 6 and 8. I don't think. Oh no, that works. I was just doing my math wrong. I was like adding 1 extra for some fucking reason. As I say, parfait brain. Yeah, 7, 5, 12 plus 3. Yeah, this I think works. There we go! Hell yeah! There we go. All pins inserted, all lights lit. Thank you for the hint about deducing things. I probably should have been able to figure that one out, but sometimes you're a fool. Listen, I stream late night, and I'm totally not a night owl who's not like... who can't blame tired adult brain because I'm not tired. We did it! The power's on now. It looks like there's electricity going to the monitor on top now. Alright, let's see if we can activate the device on the top. green button, a red button, and a lever. What do these do? What does this button do? What does this button do? I think this might help. What the hell is this? Where did he find this? What is that? Where'd you find it? I found it while you were messing around with the pinholes. Looks like the instructions for this thing. Well, I don't want to become famous yet. Oh, 2 of them in a row! I'm famous now, I think. According to what it says here, this thing's a remote control for that. You want to be more specific, buddy? That? Yeah, that. I hate how ambiguous Japanese is! Right, I can be a big shot! What's he pointing? Oh. That machine over there. Apparently it's called the Pushmaster 5000. Oh, we're pushing crates. I see what's going on here. Are you serious? I feel like I recognize this puzzle now that I know what it is. Just like vaguely enough, like, just barely. Whatever. So what are we supposed to do with Pushmaster 5000? You see that coffin over there on top of the crates? Yeah. Don't you want to know what the deal is with it? Yeah, I do. You want to check it out? Yeah. Alright, how do you think we're gonna get there? Well, there were some crates on the right side of the fence that someone piled up like stairs. Maybe if we make a path to the coffin from there. How would we do that? Line up the crates. Some shit went down during playtesting. Amazing. I guess. Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess this is just another of Zero's puzzles. Yeah. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Oh, looks like the Pushmaster 5000 runs off a battery. So to keep it from using up its energy too fast, it's been programmed so it'll only start moving once its path has been completely programmed in. Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Pushmaster 5000! So I'm to send my orders to the Pushmaster 5000, I just pulled the lever. Okay, what do we get though? Instructions for a machine called the Pushmaster 5000. Stand upon them in the cargo room. In order to prolong battery life, it is advised that you first simulate your actions before carrying them out. Pull the lever to begin the simulation. No diagonals. Reset to re-input, that's... Oh, okay, that's green. Back to quick command, lift heavy objects. Cool, gotcha. Alright, let's give this a try. Sure thing. Just keep in mind that there is a limit on the battery, alright? The battery dies after 50 moves. At least that's what it says in the manual. 50 moves, huh? Also, keep in mind that the Pushmaster 5000 can't move the heavy metal crates, okay? Got it. I'm sure this will be easy. So what I want to do... Wait. How am I supposed to... Oh, I want to line them up in, like, a row here. Not push the coffin all the way over. I've got an idea. I'm a fool. Never mind. Yeah, you need to push it in and then... Yeah, how do you... Oh, I think I know. I'm just gonna try shit, honestly. Because, like, my brain... works better with that. Let's see. Ideally, I want to push like either no, I want to push this one in and then up like that. And I don't want to push any of them to the sides because I can't. Yeah, that is literally how it's supposed to work. So I just like there's part of this like, man, I look like kind of an idiot if I'm just like fucking around. But it's fine. That's what it's for. Can't push any of them up here, because then I can't move them. Although... There might be a way around that, actually. Because if I... You try something. It might not work. Yeah, no. Actually... Nah. I think that's, like... in there, though? Oh, yeah, you know, if I do, like... Yeah, but you run into this problem. Yeah. How do I want to do this? Well... I can... Because another option would be get something like down here. Somehow. But I just don't know how. I mean, I can go over here, obviously. Yeah, but now they're all stacked. Yeah, that's also a concern. Is I can't just, like, go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Ideally, you want to, like, solve... one side first and then the other. I'm trying. Oh, you know what? I do this. And I think... Let's try this. This is gonna take way too many moves, but I'll try it at least. Yeah, I can't push this one over yet. I need to do like that, but yeah, I can't fill in these two yet, because then I don't have anywhere to be able to push something into that slot from. Let's see. And I do want to fill this one probably with one of these two. I don't think I can, like, finagle it to do one of these and then whip them all around or anything silly like that. There's nothing with, like... this that I can do, I don't think. I'm gonna play around with it, but yeah, no. Because then if I try to get in this area, it gets stuck. Yeah, I mean, it feels like the ideal solution here is to get this filled in first, so I can just, like, push everything in sideways, but I'm not sure how exactly to pull that off. Cause I mean, I could like do this one first, and then push this one all the way down and over, but I mean, maybe. Worth a shot, I suppose. Although I think if I push this one in here, A, this happens, but B, I can't then get through to push it down into the corner. I can push it up, but it doesn't really solve it. I can see why this caused shit to go down during Play-Doh's thing. It's kind of a lot. It's hard not to feel like I'm doing something wrong with my initial moves here, where I'm like lining up against each other, but I'm not sure what else is... Ooh. Right, because I had initially done like so. And that's how I'd end up doing that part. I don't know though. Don't ask why I did that whole deal instead of just resetting. I'm fool is the reason. You never gonna try screwing out of that? 50. I'm sorry. 51 moves? What? What happened? Does it... Is there something wrong with this machine? Yeah, that's the issue. It's like I really want to get stuff out of the way, but then that causes the issue. Huh. More battery. Alright. Do I want, I was gonna say, like, move this one in first, but I forgot. Yeah, I can't do that yet. Because it's, evil. It's bad. It sucks. Hey, Zen with the raid. Welcome, 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 welcome. You killed Chaos. Hell yeah. Let me give you a shout out real fast. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you had a good Chaos killing. Oh, you really were playing Final Fantasy Origin? Hope that was fun. If you go over the top, can you go on the bottom? Good question. Let me try that. That game looks like... It looks like so much. Yeah, there's no other way to do this than... like that. Oh. And then if you... Let me think about this before I do it. Because, like, I want to push this up here to fill in this little slot. And then I can just push this one right back down, or alternatively use that to fill up this top slot here and then work my way around. I think that would work. Well, but then you get stuck. But what I could do is that right there. Running out of the moves, but I think I've got enough. sure as fuck don't. Although, I think if I had... No, I was gonna say if I had pushed it down a bit more, then no. Close, though. Very close. I think I know what I did wrong. But yeah, skill issues. Classic. Yeah, not really. I wanted to fill in this one first, I think. Yeah, once I got into that part. There's possibly, you know, more efficient way to organize these actions. What might be a good idea is to use... No, I do want to use this one to fill in the tap bit right here. Oh, I can do this. There we go. Easy. Okay, I'm done putting it in the program. What do I do next? Just be quiet and watch. See, it's moving already. Awesome. The Pushmaster 5000 did just what I told it to, and lined up all the crates. No skill issue here. I'm a genius. Great, now we can reach the coffin. Yeah, I did that in 43, which, I mean, at least I didn't have to use the extra move. I mean, it's pretty good. Oh! How low was the limit originally? We just need to climb those crates over by the fence. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I see what you mean now. I thought you were saying, like, that was part of the whole, like, playtesting issue, or they were asking them to do that. What's...
Mummy?
Mummy? Sorry. Mummy? Sorry.
Just kidding.
Really?
Whatever. Just open it.
Okay.
A small key and... a gun?
A gun.
Yeah, a revolver.
It looks pretty old.
I wonder if this is a replica.
It's all nice and gold and pristine.
This thing is... Are these real bullets?
I'm sure they're just fake bullets.
Oh, if this is real... Oh.
It's fine. Yeah, the
Not
fact that
gonna
there's
take it?
gunplay. We already had Junpei get killed with it, so I don't know about this one.
Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already.
He's got his head screwed on straight, though.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Although, now someone else is gonna grab it.
Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping that something like that might happen.
Yeah, the engravings, I don't know. No, shit's useless. Seems like a waste of effort.
In other words, maybe he put it here to make us fight each other.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me.
Bad news, buddy. I think he already is.
Me neither.
Okay, we've got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave that key in there, are you?
Of course not. We'll take that with us.
Big coffin for a gun and a key. Please get some rest then. Thank you for stopping by. Actually, is there anything else over here? No, I can't even look. But, let's get out of here. Let's just put this key in here, and yes! Sounds like that did it. Yeah, a little bit. Yay! Looks like it's open, Jumpy! I see. This key should open this door. Hey, what are you waiting for? Let's go! Yes, it's opening! Well, it's opening. I found it. Hanji
Long
moment.
hallway, huh?
Let's check it out.
I think this is where we meet up with everyone else.
We've seen this elevator before.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room.
Yes, and after that we passed through the cargo room.
And now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started.
Except on the other side.
We needed a card to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Perhaps we aren't able to activate it from this location.
Why don't you just try pushing the button?
Yeah.
Just that easy.
It works.
Hey, yeah,
I
construction guy,
think
could
so.
you, Mr. Engineer, could you install a card reader to this elevator, but not this elevator? Why? Oh, don't worry about it.
Good. Now we can go back if we need to.
What do we do? Should we return to C deck?
No, this hallway keeps going. Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first.
I agree. Let's go. Looks like it ends here.
Only one door.
There isn't anything else. It's the only way to go.
All right, let's open it.
I'm sure this will be fine. Oh
The
shit.
9 door.
I forgot that the other group last time found the 9 door.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy. Vacant. Huh. We finally found it.
Jumpy!
Huh?
Look! Behind you!
What?
A monster!
A 9 door. There's another one.
Oh shit. They didn't mention this.
Why? It's 9, no matter how you look at it.
They didn't. They did not tell us there were 2 9 doors. Why did they not tell us there were 2 9 doors?
The red is there too. So this is a real one? Why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
You know I Jumpy. Yeah, it's just a 6 door upside down.
There were always 2 doors. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Of course, we just assumed that there was only one.
Fucking idiots.
After all, why would there be more than one?
Oh man.
Seems overly merciful, doesn't it?
We fell for it. There are 2 doors. That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind.
But now we can't.
Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbers. 1 through 9.
I mean, we can. We can describe the other bracelets.
Divided into teams of 4 and 5 people. The digital root of both teams ends up being 9. Take 1, 2, 7, 8 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 for example. The digital root for both teams would be 9. Or 2, 3, 4, 9 and 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. The digital root is still 9. There are a bunch of combinations that work and they all end up the same way. If one team has the digital root of 9, so would the other one. What does that mean?
What's it mean? What's it all mean?
Simple. From the very beginning, the Nonary game was designed to save all 9 people.
Oh, is this supposed to be like a really screwy Titanic? What if you could save everyone?
That's how it was meant to be. Zero didn't lie. He never said there'd be only one 9 door. But anyone who'd found themselves in the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out. One team would likely betray or deceive the other. Someone might be hurt. Someone might get killed. But eventually, they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was.
Not that it's like all that's similar at all, but like, I don't know. Thematically.
There were 2 doors. There was no need to kill each other.
I think the problem is the occupied sign, right? Because that had only cleared, originally, when we saw the 9th man go through the first door, it only stopped being occupied as soon as he died. So I think it would, yeah. You just couldn't go through and, you know, after another group had already done, unless they just died.
This game was designed for that purpose. This nonary game. We were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning. But if there had been one slip up, one tiny mistake that led to more, everything could have been so much worse now.
So, what are we going to do, Junpei?
Well, imagine a timeline where everything is worse. I can't.
Huh? Oh, right.
Hey, keep it together, man.
Sorry.
Jeez. So what do we do?
What do you...
Imagine Clover finding that there are 2 9 doors. I imagine the last group in the other route just like looked and was like, oh, 9 door, let's go back and tell them.
We need to think about our next step.
Our numbers are 1, 3, 5, and 6. That's a digital root of 6.
The 4 of us can't open the number 9 door.
The 4. Wait, don't tell me.
Yep. There's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door.
Uh-oh.
That's why I'm asking, what now?
Yeah, which one was that? Do I actually have that written down?
What now? No, we gotta go back.
Right, I do have the solutions written down, but it's without, I think all the same, Flynn's in here, so.
Yep.
I agree. We cannot leave June behind.
Are you sure? I don't mind staying.
It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest.
Get his ass.
Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Are you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
Dreamily. Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Huh? Oh, right.
You guys.
Very well. Best we head back to C-Deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, 7, and Lotus will have returned from door 1.
But even with all 7 of us...
Standing around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first, and then search for another solution.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go.
I think you could eat beans on toast again, will you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Come to think of it,
How long have I been on this screen? Or the other screen, rather. Oh, sweetie. Hurts nearly crying about potentially being left behind. Just gonna quickly, just gonna see. Just gonna see if there's anything super relevant. Although it doesn't look like. Yeah, nothing like, no vital information in here. Narration's fun. I don't know if that was just me like switching over to the screen and not remembering to swap back, or it's video games.
What is this room?
It didn't seem terribly important now, but what exactly was
We
it?
were so focused on the doors, we didn't even look around.
A red carpet ran between two columns of wooden benches that ran the length of the room. A chapel?
Huh. It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony. But what kind?
A ceremony, huh? Facing the 9 door was the carpet leading to the bow of the ship. Not the end. Was it an altar, perhaps? Altar? Altar? And there's this old thing. So true. Also, what are these? What's the flags over here? I know that's planet symbols, but I don't remember which ones those are. There's a small rectangular alcove at the end of the carpet, and inside the alcove was a raised platform. Resting atop of the platform was a coffin.
Huh. A coffin? What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
But before Junpei had time to answer that question,
Hey, Junpei, the hell are you doing? Let's move.
sacrifice Santa for an artifact weapon? So true. Santa's voice echoed in from the hall outside.
Right, okay. I'll be right there.
Junpei turned on his heel and left the quiet, somber room. Ah. Oh, that's a little terrifying. I don't like that. They took the elevator up to C deck. Once there, they headed back toward the main hall and the central staircase. It didn't take them long.
Look, it's...
Seven and Lotus.
They didn't look happy. Oh, fuck.
We've got a problem.
Clover is gone.
What?
Junpei and his 3 companions looked at one another. He turned back to Seven and Lotus.
What do you mean, gone?
Santa, Ace, and June had their own questions to ask.
When?
Why?
You two went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you?
Seven and Lotus responded as best they could. What was behind door 1 again? That was like the captain's room, right? And like that general area of the ship. That would have been where the axe was. That would have been where the other bracelet was.
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
Huh.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
Ah! We know which one that is!
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
But
It was empty.
Clover wasn't there.
There was a door on the other wall.
And it was open.
I like that they're trading off lines right here. Perfect sync.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
We ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. You figured that much out.
Clover's gone.
Junpei thought for a moment. Okay, if she has... Well, no, even if she has the Ninth Man's bracelet and the 0, that wouldn't be enough. Yeah, and even if she has snakes as well, still.
When did this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't.
Finally, Ace spoke. His voice had an edge of resolve and concern.
Very well then. We'd best separate and look for Clover. We haven't much time left. Let's begin.
Yeah.
There were quick nods all around, and the 6 remaining players spread out. Junpei and June ran into the central hospital room and looked around.
She's not here.
No, she isn't.
They searched a little longer, but with no luck. They couldn't find Clover.
There's no sign of her. Let's go.
Finally, they gave up and left the central hospital room. Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. At last, they reached the stairs and Junpei spoke.
All right, I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good.
What could go wrong?
But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
Aw.
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
Didn't want to just drop it in there then? There's a reason Junpei persisted in calling her June even when they were alone. Although, perhaps not the best reason. He was embarrassed to call her by the nickname he'd used when they were children. Connie. 9 years ago, it came naturally. After all, they were children. But now that they were adults, it felt strange. Regardless of what he might hope for, to call a woman he wasn't dating by such a childish nickname felt odd to him. Alright, cool. Of course, to call her Miss Kuroshiki would be even more awkward, and simply Kuroshiki would seem a little brusque. And although he couldn't put his finger on why, it felt somewhat forward to call her Akane when they hadn't seen each other for so long. In short, it was simply easier for him to call her June and leave it at that.
Jumpy.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
All right, I'm going then.
Yeah, be careful, Connie.
Aww. June, or perhaps more appropriately, Connie, blushed and smiled.
You be careful too, Jumpy.
Yeah, got it. Take care.
Junpei looked after her for a moment as she ran up the stairs, then turned around and took off for the hallway. Fucking booking it. Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in a dark place. June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. Not like we saw him get struck down while he's lying on the ground recently. He opened the elevator door and there she was. A woman sat, slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp, and her skin, smooth and pale as always, was covered in bright red blood. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe, and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank. All his thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus, slowly. Bad idea. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. Oh, interesting that she's hiding her hand here. Wait a minute. 8+4? Nah, no. Well, 8+4+2. No, still wouldn't work. There was no pulse. No rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm, although Lotus's bracelet was one of the ones she used. Lotus machine broke. She was slightly warm. Something, somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind, told him that meant she had been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Remember how we were just thinking we could all get out of here alive? Yeah, well. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife, then. Perhaps she'd been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone. Yeah, you know, we've heard this before. Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Or perhaps more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining the bracelet number 8. I mean, the obvious answer is Ace. But because bracelet number 9 and 0 are up in the air for people to have right now. 2, 9, and 0, actually. 9 and 0 don't necessarily do anything particularly. So who, when adding theirs to 2 and 8, would get a multiple of 9? Well, that'd just be 8, so, yeah. Yes. Unless someone's working with someone else, in which case... Yeah, if we assume it's still Clover, in this route. Yeah, yeah, 4, 8, and... 6, correct? Yeah, that'd be 18. And now, June's on her own. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from a number 8 bracelet? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when... he heard a noise. A sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain. There was heat. Extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now just now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. Okay, but also if they wanted Lotus and Junpei, it's 8 plus 5 is 13. Yeah, but then you'd need another 5, so... I mean, 3 and 2, in theory, but... But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. Or like 4 and 1. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry and began to dissolve in an empty, white fog. Yeah, the song kind of fucks. fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon, it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness, he fell. Into zero. I get it, 'cause zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. Fucked it up again. Cool. 2 out of 6. I'm assuming this is a bad end, this is a bad end, and this is a bad end, but I mean, this might go off and branch into more that kind of thing. Oh, this one is red block. I'm assuming. Oh, okay. So like these are things that I cannot get right now that would unlock the other route here. Meanwhile, this is stuff that I could get right now that would unlock this. Wait, no. Unless this is just saying like, oh, these are the decisions that I chose that would lead to this route. We're back again! Oh no. No, it is like that. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, the other obvious thing to do right now is the other thing that isn't locked. 1, 6, and 2 doors.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces.
So, here we go again. I love it. Door 2 we go.
It's door 2.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here.
Although we've seen this already.
I just needed to make sure after if the number.
Master schemer over here.
What does it say?
You got lucky.
I love that they don't have him actually say it, so that they can just use that line for both the other routes.
Alright. So we know who's going through door 2. It'll be me, Lotus, and Junpei.
Here we go.
The only problem's the other 2 teams.
June and I want door 6.
Clover and I choose door 1.
That's not good.
Once again, we don't go along with Clover. The only way to know that Clover is the one that's going around killing is to follow her.
We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people.
Although there is like a small part of me that's like wants to review the other route to see what happened that made it so that Clover either didn't or couldn't explore that room on her own like she did this time. Everyone was silent. Then suddenly, Clover spoke. Her her face blank and cold.
Why don't Santa and June go into door 1 with Ace?
Oh.
Huh?
Well,
They looked at one another.
Then what will you do, Clover?
I'll be waiting at the stairs.
Interesting. So this route really decides what Clover's doing. I mean, granted, in the door 6 and door 1 routes, she is more or less doing the same thing, but
You guys are coming back here, right? That's what Seven was saying, wasn't it?
That had been what Seven said.
We aren't gonna be split up permanently till we find door 9.
She's not gonna do anything when she's on her own, for
We
sure.
might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the Nonary game works.
That the Nonary game
I'm
works.
sorry, but I just want to be by myself for a while. You understand, right?
There was no emotion on her face, but it was drawn and pale, and her eyes were red. No one had the heart to contradict her. The room grew very quiet. Silence drifted down over everything like a blanket of fresh snow. It was Santa who finally spoke.
All right, I'm going through door 1. That all right with you, June?
Yes.
June nodded.
Well, we'll be going then.
Let's move too.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's... And just like that, their paths were set.
I won't see June for a while, but
Once again.
this was my choice. I'm just going to have to suck it up. Seven said we'd all see each other again, and I'm going to believe that.
He took strength from that thought.
The other group went to A deck to go through door 1. Clover joined them. Our group is on our way too. We're heading to the bottom deck using the elevators. I wonder what we'll find down there.
Let's find out. They stepped off the elevator and headed for door 2.
We ready?
Yeah, anytime.
I also finally get to do something with Lotus.
I'll go first.
Have not explored a single room on any of her teams yet, so that's nice. One by one, they put their palms onto the recognition device, and 3 asterisks blinked to life on its screen.
Let's go!
The door opened, and they leapt inside.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it!
There it is! It's right there!
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room, right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
It stopped. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Somewhere else in this ship, Ace is saying that he is never gonna get used to that. And he doesn't have Junpei there to contradict him and say, like, you shouldn't. Seven and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
Never mind!
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
All right.
Junpei looked around again.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
After taking a look around the room itself, room himself, Seven spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Efficiency.
And I'll take this first one.
Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one next to it.
At last, Junpei was left alone.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
All alone again. He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. Emergence! Confinement room. Okay. Cool. Emergence. There are a bunch of tiles on the door that spell out emergence. Emergence. Maybe it means we need to emerge out of here. I'd like to do something with the tiles, please. I can just barely see a mirror from the light coming through the ceiling. Sure, it would be nice if that mirror was a little lower down. It looks like it's the same height as the mirror on the right. I wonder if that means anything. We're gonna do light tricks! Everyone's favorite. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark in here, but I don't think there's anything going on with this sink. The faucet is too hard to turn. I'm sure there'll be something going on with the sink. What's the deal with the lighting here? There's just this one beam of light. The rest of the place is too dark. I can't see anything. There's no way we can explore the rest of this room. Another bed, time for a nap. This light's barely enough to see by. I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost here or something. It's a blanket. Not a really great one, but still. Can I not go over to... I want to check out the sink in the other corner, but I guess that's not an option. This mirror seems really high. Yeah, it's just gonna be a jump scare. In fact, it's so high that it's kind of hard to see your reflection in it. It's pretty old, too. Interesting. Ooh, desk. Ah! God damn it! No matter how hard I pull on this damn thing, it won't budge. So I won't be opening this anytime soon. Doesn't look like it's got a keyhole, and it doesn't seem to be anything stopping it. What the hell am I supposed to open it? This desk is old and rusty. There's a simple chair here where the light doesn't shine. Neat. Kiss it and ask nicely. So true. Junpei should just do that. Stupid. Huh, there's a door in the back. Wonder where it goes. I thought of that, and I tried a couple things, but yeah, same result. Guess 7 wasn't about to do anything. Oh well. Somebody made some wavy blue lines on this mirror with blue paint. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. Square hole. This drain is kind of a weird shape for a drain. You think they made it that shape for a reason? Or just for fun? This thing is pretty unique. It's got a square drain, which seems a little weird for me. There's no knob on this faucet. There's no way we can get water out of it like this. If we can find a knob or something that'll work as one, then we should be able to get water to come out of this thing. Oh, we get one from the other room. How many times have we, like, come upon something we need to turn that doesn't have a knob, and then we go to something else we cannot use to get a knob to turn the thing? I mean, the third instance I can think of was the chip wheel, which we could actually turn in that instance, but like... Oh, no, wait. No, yeah, we can turn that one. This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew, how the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not like I've really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. Half-used toilet paper? Well, it's old and it's kind of grossing me out, but there's nothing suspicious about it. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, alright? This toilet is disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? If you don't want to, then I'll do it, alright? What if it has the nice cock-shaped back instead of the moon? It should've! This toilet is vile. Unsurprisingly, Lotus refuses to go anywhere near it. Can I look in the tank? I refuse to touch this. I refuse. What the hell's wrong with you? I don't want to touch it. Ever. Very, very old toilet. Apparently, Lotus refuses to touch it. Ever. Thought maybe we should look in the tank. There's an old piece of cloth on top of the bed. This cloth has some sort of design on it. Oh, this is pathetic. Huh. Well, it looks like a towel. I have to wonder if the design means anything, though. Maybe you should consider what the design might be. Perhaps that'll give us a hint? A waterfall? I mean, either way, we know what it matches up to. This looks like a part of the design on the towel. Do you think that means anything? On the towel, it looks like water is flowing from the river to the spring. Yeah, river and spring, I guess that makes sense. I was thinking there's like the... Oh, yeah, because it's like so curvy that I'd be more of a... I was looking at it as like a vertical object instead of like... You know, straight down. Do you think that means we need to make water flow from here? I mean, I could have figured that one out without the thing. Oh. There's the nub! There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right, though. The handle on that drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? Do we need to get something to take the handle off? So there's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. It's kind of an odd shape, and it looks like someone attached the handle with a screw after the fact. Alright, I'm gonna check the other room again, see if I can get the handle off now that we... Oh, no, the sink handle. Yeah. Oh, I can go over here. I just was... 14 equals E. Yeah, of course. I knew that. I like that it's just, like, drawn on, like, not in a realistic way, just, like, you just went into Photoshop and put that in there. It looks like a dirty toilet, but it's too dark to tell. What is this? 14 equals E? Probably means that a 14 somewhere represents an E. But I don't know what 14 that would be. Toilet paper. It's still wet enough for me to know what it is, even in the dark. There's nothing out of the ordinary about it. Okay, nothing more there. Okay, yeah, I can't take that one off. This... Can I... Wonder if this is part of the puzzle. Yeah, I wonder too, Junpei. Surely it's not just like... I can put it on right now, but... Yeah. No. Figured I might as well at least check. Oh, hey! The picture on the mirror. There's one in the next room, too. Maybe I should see how that one relates to the towel. Maybe that'll help. Hell, it's not like it can make the situation any worse. So there's a spring at the bottom of the river. Yeah, I guess I can see that. Are you talking about that towel you've got? Yeah, I guess it does look like a little like that thing on the mirror. Yeah, the spring on the towel has got to be indicating the picture on this mirror. Okay, we got to take the water from the faucet in the other room and bring it in here. And the mirror is indicating the sink, right? But the picture looks like a spring with water, and the sink's all dried out. I can't turn this on right. Ooh. There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out of there. Might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. Huh. Looks like the water doesn't work. Doesn't matter how much 7 turns that thing. No water's coming out. Has the water been shut off somewhere else? Good question, Junpei. Oh, right, I have to click on the divider. I suppose that should have been obvious. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose. You think it'll come off if you pull on it? It fell off. Huh, look at this. That handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. Interesting. A toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. And yet, huh? Well, this part is thinner than the rest. Well, L plus ratio plus handle fell off. So true. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of the thing. This rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple turns. Here we go. Screwdriver shaft. I mean, we know what to do with that. You don't need... Oh, you must combine it with this. So if I just stick this metal rod into the handle. Shaft. So true. Who needs the handle in this kind of situation? You can just use the bit. Did that shit recently. If I use the screwdriver on the screw on the center of this handle, maybe I can... I mean... If you're good enough. It depends. Personally... I've had to do that recently. I couldn't find, like... I could only find the screwdriver bits, and I was still... I can still do it. It's fine. It's harder, but... That's true. That's fair. Yeah, it is probably slimy. The handle makes it easier is the thing, but you don't, like, need it. You should use it. But in this kind of scenario, who gives a shit? I just think it's extra to put it together. I guess it's a time saver. Here's a sign. A symbol on the toilet and a toilet lid, huh? Seems a little fishy on to me. Smoke up if you got him. Yeah, fair enough. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Yeah, that's another type. Pretty old school toilet. Guess it makes sense though. The ship seems pretty old too. Remember when Seven presented a really good argument for why this is probably one of the sister ships to the Titanic? And then, I think it was Lotus who's like, any fucking proof. It's like... I'm thinking now about how Seven also got the same treatment that Junpei did. Where, like, he presents a perfectly good theory and they're just like, do you have any fucking proof? Like, I was just saying stuff. We don't need to... There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I'd want to sleep there. Huh, what the hell? It's not opening. There's something up with this drawer. I don't trust it. You don't trust? There's a pair of screws screwed into the desk. I like how zoomed in we are right now. Junpei's just up on that desk. Doesn't matter how old this thing is. We're gonna have a tough time if we try and break it open. It's probably gonna be a pain, but I think we need to figure out a way to get those screws off. Forgot I didn't have it selected. Sweet, got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer's what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank this thing out. There's a bump on the back. I wonder what it's for. Huh, maybe there's a hole somewhere and these bumps line up with it and trigger some hidden switch or something. Hey, we've seen weirder stuff. Doesn't seem that far-fetched. I wasn't doubting you, buddy. You know what it probably goes to? This. Sounded like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Hey! Tile! We know what to do with that. We know. We know what. We know what to do with. We know what to. I mean, I guess I can put the knob on first. Sweet, the handle I got off that drawer fits onto the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking you why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. The faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? What are you doing in this room, actually? Because you're not investigating the toilet, you're not investigating the sink. Yeah, I was gonna check the spring mirror. Don't nag me about it. I just wanted to check out shit here before I left. Ooh. Alright, I let the water run into the sink with the river symbol over it, except for the spring. Huh? Spring on the sink, etc. Something's wrong with the sink. There's water in this room too. What do you mean this room too? Well, I turned on the faucet in the other room and it looks like it made the water come up through here. So, the drain in the other room just runs here, and the water from over there pushed out this tile. That's unsanitary. Are they the same? They'd look to be. Hup. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He was about to turn away when there's a noise behind him. He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man? You're sweating like crazy. Are you alright?
He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet on shaky legs. He's just seasick.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
Sure! His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring off his face and staining his shirt.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
I do that. That's called iron deficiency. Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted, as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Dizziness. I think that's iron deficiency? That's what I've heard. Anyway. Finally, he spoke.
What am I doing here?
Huh?
His words made no sense. Did you lose your memories again?
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean.
He got his memories back? He shook his head several times, as if trying to clear something from it.
Ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Oh? So that's why you know stuff about it.
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
In this room specifically.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi. Like Nona.
Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand. Where... You speak... Are you familiar with the Japanese language, Junpei? Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he'd said.
What the hell was that?
Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth. This is a tough sequence of words.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. And suddenly, he looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment.
Owie, it's when you get a bump on the head, so true.
There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
They were trying to control people.
Oh, right, the substance that, like, controls memories somehow. You know. Did I write down anything about that? I don't think I did. There's something about all ice earlier, which might be relevant.
Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared as Seven continued.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
They're kids!
I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly about the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceuticals! There it is. Now, is Cradle Pharmaceuticals a brand name, or is it related to the fact that they're working on kids?
Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Detective? Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei.
Huh?
Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise and he began to mumble to himself again.
The hole's gone? No, maybe it was a different room.
Oop.
There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At last, Junpei could contain himself no longer.
What exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. Very important.
Okay.
Seven drew a large muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
Bad news about Seven, guys.
A cop?
This is so fucked up. It would have been better if you just didn't get your memories back, buddy.
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago.
9 years ago, huh? Interesting.
You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details.
Wait, 9 years
I
ago.
remember some of it.
That's the exact amount of time that's been since Junpei has seen Akane.
I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. Nobody knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Right around his age, too. Interesting.
I guess I found something.
Was Akane one of
There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to be it. That's why I went to the wharf.
There he is.
In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement there. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull.
Wonder what that cold metal thing was.
There was nothing I could do. Did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
Oh boy. Wonder how many of our crew here are those kids.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink.
Do we recognize this room specifically? They do kind of look identical from this angle, though.
A toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but...
The desk is on the right side. So it's gonna be the room that Lotus is in. Right?
It won't open.
No, that was on the left side. I think both of the other ones are on the left.
Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice.
9?
The voice
It's
was
9?
far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
Oh, the kids.
It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
Power. Strength.
Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch?
He says to the grate.
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Surprised he could fit. Junpei waited for Seven to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that Seven had no intention of doing so. He had gone silent and simply stared off into the air as his eyes blank.
Hey, what happened after that?
He'd waited long enough. But Seven shook his head.
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died. A girl, I think.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Seven's head dropped, and Junpei saw in it a look of sadness the likes of which he'd never seen on the man before. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if he were fighting back tears, then he swallowed hard. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay?
Ah, poor
I
dude.
really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any more answers out of the other man.
It's fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said?
Junpei left Seven to pull himself together and instead began thinking everything over.
The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before, apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects.
I mean, the obvious answer here is they're, all the different zeros.
Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero.
Unless you did.
Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago? And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Before long, Junpei realized he had spent quite some time deep in thought.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it, and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. Think we're done here for the moment. Yeah, the desk is on the left side here, but I could still check. Bed looked even sadder without the pillow. So, it's still a terrible bed. I'd never sleep in a bed like that. The bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, and it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really matter. My, Junpei. Aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry, you're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. Still don't know what's up with these. So, Well, let's check out the other room, because that's the only sink we haven't done anything with yet. Now that we can see shit. Oh, the mirror. We just need to find a way of reflecting that. I can just barely make out the string for the toilet, but I can get a hold of it. Damn it. Kinda pissing me off that I can see it, but I can't touch it. Alright, it took a couple tries, but now I've got you, string. Yes! Now I can pull on it. Huh? Doesn't matter how many times I pull it. There's no flush. I kind of feel like an idiot. I wasted a bunch of time because I was determined to flush a toilet. That's how you are, Junpei. That's just how you are. I mean, we need a way to suspend. Does that mean there might be a similar puzzle with this mirror? Well, there's nothing else here apart from the mirror. Maybe I just need to pair something with this mirror. There's a mirror in the back of the room, opposite this one. The only difference between them is whether or not they're reflecting any light. Yeah, but... That is the one, right? Yeah. So, I mean, maybe there's a way to detach the mirror from the bottom? I mean, maybe there's something I need to be doing with the tiles at this point. Oh, you know what? Ooh, I know what that's... I know what these are for. The tiles we found in the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. Huh? I can move these tiles. And that means... maybe if you swap the tiles we got with the tiles on the wall, something will happen. I suppose now we just need to figure out what the strange designs on these tiles mean. At any rate, we should look for all of the tiles that are the same size. You're right. Let's meet back here after we've done a thorough search. Okay, so that's the exit. We can worry about that later. It's not like we can, yeah, damp the towel for any reason. Don't know what that'd be useful for, but, you know. Yeah, there's nothing, like, on the bed in here, so... I mean... yeah. Didn't think you'd want to put the other drawer in there, but... or the check, at least. Surely nothing there. Imagine the tiles aren't going to be particularly useful for anything. Oh. It's just hanging from the wall. Well, if we're pulling the string, then it must be a toilet that flushes. Not an option. Maybe there's something out here. It doesn't look like it, though. The ceiling. I've seen a lot of ceilings in my time. I'd say this one rates about a 3.5 out of 10. Jump is a vampire. Yeah, he doesn't appear in the mirror. Just special effects. Yeah, what? Just trying to show while they're gathering in the river and flowing from the river and gathering in the spring. What are you going on about? The third toilet. I'm pretty sure it did. I needed. Oh, the third toilet was 14 equals E. Maybe you ought to explain. Forget about the puzzle we already solved. We need to look for new ones. The other thing... well, I was gonna say to check out the other, toilet paper rolls, but the one in Lotus's room wasn't useful for anything. You saw a 14 somewhere else? Where did you see... oh! Oh! What does it mean, though? How can I use this? What's E? Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I see. Wait, hold up. I get what the puzzle is now. I still don't have all the tiles, but I can see. We need 4 of these. Clean everything with the mirror drawer. Yeah, fair point. I was wondering if I could click on the drain, but nah. Damn, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Huh. There's way nastier stuff out there in the world than a gross toilet. Lightroom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it has to be. But I couldn't figure out a good way to make it actually work with anything. It just wasn't interacting. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? I mean, maybe there's just something I missed? Yeah, the sun and the moon, obviously, there's something... We haven't figured that out yet, though. I didn't click on the light beam! I forgot that it's a clickable object. In my defense, even though I did just click on it earlier, it's not a physical object. You normally can't click on just light. I'm a little Parfabian right now, but I have some justification, I swear. Now I just gotta figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine light on. So if I shine this this light on the mirror in the back, I get it. If I shine a light in the mirror, symbols appears. Symbols appears. The left side has a sun, the right has a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. He's gonna remember this. Okay, it's nice to see the sink lit up, I guess, but all it shows me is the pipe. Thanks, Junpei. One more time for good measure. Yeah. Sun left, moon right. Not that I really know what to do with that. This is the same as the moon symbol we saw in that dark room, right? Oh, there's really only one thing we can do with this toilet. Shit! Take that shit off! Do we pull them in sequence? Not that we can pull that one anymore. It's just like the sun symbol we saw in that dark room. Think there's some kind of puzzle here? Surely... What is the one thing you can do with the toilet aside from the obvious? I feel like he's literally just saying, yeah, the only thing to do with this toilet is take a shit, lol. But, like... Maybe it's saying something about this room in general? I can't imagine there's anything else to do with the tile and... or the tile. The drawer and the towel. I don't know. Nothing else I'm missing on this side, right? Yeah, and we can't do anything with the spacers. This isn't gonna do anything, but I'm kinda curious. Yeah, no. There's nothing there. So this chair's pretty old. If someone sat in it, it'd probably break. Huh? You say something? Nothing at all. Emergence, huh? What am I not thinking of? So that's the ceiling, huh? I wonder if it's sealing us in. Incredible. More things. Yeah, fair point. I'll try it more in the dark room. Because obviously we've done the least in there so far. Hey, Wolfie, the raid! Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me give it a yeah, let me give you a shout out real fast. If I can talk. You know what? It's probably a good idea. I don't know how this didn't occur to me, but I hope you had a good stream. to shine the light on the other mirror. 4 and 7. I'm gonna write these down just to make sure. Sun and moon, and then 4 and 7. Is that a number? So if I shine the light on this mirror, then I get to see some numbers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome in general. Since your first time here. Hope you had a good stream. Just doing some 999. And I am doing very good at puzzles. I can see a 4 on the left and a 7 on the right. 4 and 7. Yeah, whatever that means. Yeah, these are both just 14. Yeah, that's not really how that works, but it's fine. If there's anything else with numbers... But I don't... 4 and 7. Well, letter-wise, if we're doing the same shit. Ooh, karaoke, hell yeah! Hope that was fun. If 14 is equal to E... Well, first of all, that's weird. Oh, no, that makes sense. Wait, never mind. I'm doing my counting wrong, so I'm a genius. Yeah, no, that makes sense with the 1 through 9, and then, yeah, hexadecimal. So 4 and 7 would be... Well, 13, obviously. Wait. What am I thinking? Brain functioning bad. They sure are 4 and 7. I don't know why I was trying to, like, add them on to... The wrong wires got crossed, I think. What? Oh, okay. I forgot that did actually work before. 4 and 7. I mean, is there anything else in here? There's nothing special about this toilet paper. I don't really think I need to bother shining any light on it. Are you sure? Are you sure, Junpei? Okay, where do we have numbers? Numbers, where are they? Because if 4 corresponds to the sun and 7 corresponds to the moon... I'm not sure what to make of that. God, what am I not seeing? I was about to say, oh, we have 7 with us, but we don't have 4, so it's not it. Poor your mama, so true. Ah, man, I just, Nothing on the ceiling. What the heck does 4 and 7 mean? It's like I want to think it's a sequence. But I can't imagine for what. I was wondering if maybe we'd have a reason to take down the 4th and 7th tiles, but that'd be silly. So no. It really feels like there's like something in here that I'm just like... not... seeing. Yeah. There's also the concern that, like, one of these beds should have a, like, vent underneath it with the gate, the grate, torn off. But it doesn't seem like we can actually check for that. That might just come up later. Someone just saw some vented, so true. Haven't seen him in a bit, have we? Can't clean the toilet. There's nothing we can use the towel for, right? Doesn't seem like it. There's some kind of number hint there too. You think the... Oh my god! I'm a fool. I get it now. Right before he would have said it. Christ. I guess I should just keep pulling on this thing, right? Yeah, alright, here goes. Second pull. Third pull. Fourth pull. I think it was just so simple of a solution that it did not at all occur to me. I was like, oh, the 4 signifies something. There's like some sort of number puzzle here. No. You just have to flush each of them that amount of times. Did you just hear something? Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like anything's happened here. Huh, wonder what that sound was. Lesson learned. Remember to just think about what you can actually interact with meaningfully. Because, sometimes, if you think about just like what you can actually do, that'll do it. That'll be enough. But sometimes you're a clown. Puzzles do that to you, though. There's that sound again. It happens whenever I pull that string a couple of times. Junpei, did you hear something from the other room? The other room. You mean from the dark room? Wow, our photos are done developing. was thinking, like... I mean, he's saying we don't need to shine light on it. Maybe there's something in the bowl? What's in here? Health? And you can't just turn on the sink. Oh my god, I'm a fool. The desk. Duh. Wow, this door opens easily enough. Don't mind me taking way too long to remember to turn around. Okay. Well, it looks like we've investigated all the rooms. The only mystery left is that door. Alright, let's crack that mystery then. We've got 4 tiles. And there are a bunch of tiles that are the same size up on the wall here. So, if we replace 4 of the tiles on the wall with the ones we got, that should open the door. Well, there's only one way to find out. Honestly, even if you didn't see the 14 equals E hints, you could just count up that there's 4 E's, so... Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did, although I guess you wouldn't, like, immediately realize that you have enough tiles. The 14 hidden on the tile. If you convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E. Basically, the E's in emergence are the 14s from the tiles. So if we replace it, that gives up the answer. Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. Yes, let's go. Got it. Genius. They passed through the open door and headed to the next room. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around. Oh, this looks nice.
Oh, what the hell is this place?
Junpei, I think you know exactly what this place is. The words had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up the stairs on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least.
Uh-huh.
I'll sit in it if I can avoid it.
The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
You better believe it is! On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it, and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
Oh boy! Torture room. Well, I think I'm gonna leave the torture room for next time. Cause I'm just a little sleepy and clearly, I'm getting a little worse at solving funny puzzles right now. So, I think I'll call it good here. Because I don't think I'm gonna, like, if I go through this, I'm gonna end up finishing the route, and I don't have time for that. I need to sleep some point. So yeah, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for the rates, all the good stuff. 999's interesting, huh? There's a lot going on. Love it. Genuinely though, I am really enjoying it. It's a good game. I enjoy mysteries a lot. It's fun. So I'm gonna see if there's anyone else online to raid. Let's take a look. But otherwise, I have Pokemon White Nuzlocke coming up on Friday night, Saturday morning, 2 a.m. Central, as usual. And this time I'll actually do it instead of like oversleeping. It's like that sometimes though. So hell yeah. Let's see who is online. Okay. But of course I have to wait through ads. But yeah, otherwise though I do also have Mr. Dungeon on Saturday night, Sunday morning. So there's that too, and I am probably going to be doing Uno collab on Saturday with a couple friends. I'll post about that more specifically when I have an actual time for that, but more Uno. More pain and suffering and torture and destroying each other. Just normal stuff. Yeah. I'll see you around later this week. I'm gonna raid Farron. So go say hi to them. And have a good night. Bye-bye, and I'll see y'all around later. Bye-bye.